Welcome students, my name is Irfan Ahmed and today our topic is digestive system in human beings. So in this topic we will learn about the process of digestion, the various aspects of the digestion, the various steps of the digestion, or we can say that the complete digestion process which is involved in the human beings. So we will learn about the process of the digestion. So you will see this diagram. This is the digestive system. These are the various parts of the digestive system which we can clearly see from here. So what digestive system actually your people just are probably they are all the people, whether they are laymen or they are anyone else who must be knowing about the digestive system. So most of the people are more aware of the digestive system than any other system because of the frequent messages, because the most of the problems which happen with the human beings, that's because of the digestive system. Okay, so most of the people are knowing about the digestive system very well. Okay, so because of the frequent message, the people know about the digestive system in a better way, in a better possible way. Okay, so there are various ill effects of the digestive system that affect our daily life, like hunger, thirst, there is appetite, there is gas problems, and the frequency and the nature of bowel movements. So these are all the ill effects which affect our daily life. Like the most common problems are the gastric problems are like acidity and the frequency and nature of bowel movements. Okay. If the nature of the bowel movements is too fast, that will lead to the problem called diarrhea, and if the nature and if the frequency of the bowel frequency and nature of bowel movements is slow, that will lead to constipation. So these are the major problems that affect our daily life. So now digestive tract, there are the various functions of the digestive system. So the major 6 functions of the digestive system are: first one is ingestion, second one is mechanical processing, third one is digestion, fourth one is secretion, next is absorption, and then is excretion. So these are the various functions of the digestive system. These are the main 6 functions of the digestive system. Okay, so we will learn about these functions one by one, like what ingestion is, what mechanical processing is, what digestion is, what secretion is, absorption is, excretion is. So these are the 6 functions which are performed by the digestive system in the human beings. So now we will learn about these functions one by one. So first thing is digestion. Now what first function of the digestive system, that is the ingestion. This is the basic function of the digestive system. Now what ingestion is? Ingestion means taking the food into the mouth. So that's called ingestion. Okay, you have seen that all cavity means there are 2 cavities. One is oral cavity and second is buccal cavity. Okay, so oral cavity which contains the teeth, the oral cavity that allows food to enter in the digestive tract, and then what occurs? Chewing of food occurs, that is called as mastication, and the resulting food is swallowed. The resulting food which is formed after the mastication, after the chewing, that's called as bolus. So that is the semi-digestive food. Okay, so when you take the food into your mouth, you swallow, you lubricate that food with the help of the tongue, and then you chew that food with the help of the teeth, and that chewing is called mastication. And after mastication happens, the food is converted in the form that's called as bolus. Now that is the process of ingestion, means taking of the food into your mouth, that's called ingestion. Second process is digestion. You can clearly see from here digestion. Now digestion is also of 2 types. One is mechanical digestion. First one, mechanical digestion, we will learn about this. So what mechanical digestion is? Mechanical digestion means the digestion which occurs with the help of the muscular movement of digestive tract. When the digestive tract moves, when it does its muscular movements, then there occurs a digestion that's called as mechanical digestion, or we can say in the scientific terms as churning of the stomach, churning movements. Okay, when food enters in the stomach stomach starts its movements, churning movements, and that is due to the muscular movement of digestive tract. Okay, so what they do, they physically break down the food into the smaller particles which are to be which are the absorbable particles. So mechanical digestion, that is the muscular movement of digestive tract, which mainly occurs in oral cavity, which occurs in the stomach. In oral cavity, the mechanical digestion occurs with the help of the teeth, and in stomach, this occurs with the help of the muscular movements. So this is mechanical digestion. Next is chemical digestion. Two types of digestion are there, mechanical and chemical digestion. So what chemical digestion is? Chemical digestion, that means hydrolysis reactions. These are helped by the enzymes. Okay, so chemical digestion is the digestion which is which is helped by the enzymes, like mainly in the stomach, in the small intestines. Okay, so there are various chemicals which help in the digestion. So there are various enzymes which help in the chemical digestion, means they chemically break down the food particles into smaller nutrient particles which are that small that these can be easily absorbed. They can be easily absorbed by the walls, through the walls of the small intestines into our bloodstream. So chemical digestion in simple terms means the breakdown by the use of water. That's aided by the enzymes which mainly in the which takes place mainly in the stomach and the small intestines. Okay, and they chemically break down food particles into small nutrient molecules, and those nutrient molecules are too small. These are too much small that can be easily absorbed into the bloodstream. Next function is secretion. Secretion, that's also the function of the digestive system. So in secretion what happens, enzymes and digestive fluids which are secreted by the digestive tract and accessory organs, these facilitate chemical digestion. So secretion is done by various glands, like pancreas is there, gallbladder is there, salivary glands are there, like submandibular gland, submaxillary glands, sublingual glands. So all these they have the common function that they secrete the enzymes or they secrete the digestive fluids, okay, into digestive tract and facilitate the chemical digestion and facilitate the digestion of the food which occurs by the chemicals. Okay, so this is also the function of the digestive tract. Next function of digestive tract is absorption. What absorption means? Absorption is the passage of the end products, we can say nutrients of chemical digestion from the digestive tract into bloodstream. Okay, so passage of end products means passage of nutrients, which is passage of nutrients which are obtained from the chemical digestion. After chemical digestion is over, then what will happen? The passage of the nutrients from the digestive tract, from the small intestines into the blood or lymph for distribution to tissue cells, where respiration will take place and where energy will be formed, where ATP will be formed, where adenosine triphosphate will be formed. That will help us to build energy in our cells, and so that we can carry out the various functions. Okay. So absorption is the, in simple terms, means the passage through our absorption means the passage through the small intestines into the bloodstream. Okay. Now, next is elimination. The absorbed food that goes into the blood stream, and there is some amount of the food that is undigested, that is not digested in our body. So the food that is not digested in our body, that will be released through the rectum and hence by a process called a defecation. So that will eliminate the waste products from our body, that's called as elimination. Now this diagram, this clearly indicates the digestive tract functions like ingestion, mechanical breakdown, propulsion, absorption, defecation. You can clearly see from here, ingestion, that is the taking of the food by our mouth. You can see these small food particles, small particles like are formed. You can see this is called as bolus. Okay, so ingestion is taking of food into the mouth, then it's chewed with the help of the teeth, then it's mixed up with the help of the saliva, then it goes into the esophagus, from there it goes to the stomach where digestion takes place. So mechanical digestion takes place here by the teeth and by the churning movements of the stomach. You can see this is the churning movement of the stomach, these arrows, indicate the churning movements of the stomach. Okay, so in mouth there occurs chewing, in stomach there occurs churning, and in small intestines there occurs segmentation. So these are all the mechanical breakdowns. Okay, then there is a propulsion. Propulsion means swallowing via oropharynx, peristalsis by oesophagus, by stomach, by small intestines, by large intestines. So what peristalsis is? These are the zigzag movements which propel the food from one point to another point. Okay, so this is propulsion that occurs with the help of the peristalsis. Okay, so this is the stomach, which is a J-shaped organ, which we will study in detail in the digestive system. And here you can see absorption. This occurs mainly in the small intestines. This is absorbed. Here are blood vessels. Here is lymph vessel. So the food will grow from here into this. There are large intestines. You can see this. This is the undigested food, which is called as feces. Okay, so this is the undigested food that will be that will go out of the body through the process called defecation. So these are the various functions of the digestive system, which we can clearly see from the diagram. Now, the digestive tract, which we will have to study in the detail. So the digestive system that falls into two main groups. One is those of the alimentary canal, and second is accessory digestive organs. Okay, so one digestive tract is that is also called as the gastrointestinal tract, or that's called as alimentary tract or alimentary canal. Okay, so digestive tract, that is a muscular tube, long muscular tube that starts from the mouth, ends at the uns, and it passes various organs like pharynx is there, oesophagus is there, stomach is there, small intestines and large intestines. Okay, so digestive system, that's most clearly defined in the body. From diagram you can clearly see that this is a long passageway. This is a digestive tract. Whole is the digestive tract. There are glands which are associated with it. For example, liver is there, pancreas is there, which are connected to main tract by ducts. Okay, and empty their products such as enzymes into the tract. Like you can see clearly that here this is a gallbladder, and this is a duct which goes into the duodenum, so part of the small intestine. Okay, where it pours its chemicals or enzymes into this and digestion occurs. Okay, so starting from the mouth we can see there is an oral cavity, there is a tongue, there are three types of salivary glands. That's parotid gland is there, sublingual gland is there, submandibular gland is there. These are the salivary glands which secrete saliva, which contains the enzymes for the digestion of the carbohydrates. Okay, so digestion of carbohydrates occurs here. This is mouth, this is tongue, and after that the food in the form of bolus goes into the pharynx, then into the esophagus, then from esophagus it goes into the stomach. You can clearly see here stomach, and liver. Here is the liver. It is the largest gland of our body. It stores the bile in gallbladder that is sent through into the small intestine via duct. Okay, then there is a pancreas. This also gives, this is the accessory gland, gives its pancreatic juice, goes into the duodenum. So these are small intestine parts. Duodenum is there, jejunum is there, ileum is there. Okay, so large intestine has various parts like transverse colon is there, descending colon is there, ascending colon is there, cecum, sigmoid colon, there is rectum, there is appendix, there is anal canal, there is ans. These all are included in the large intestines. So this whole is a digestive tract, and we have to study about one and all, means we have to study about these all parts one by one. So currently we are studying about the mouth or oral cavity. Okay, so parotid glands and all accessory glands, these are salivary glands. The accessory glands are salivary glands, pancreas and liver. Okay, these three secrete their secretions which help in the chemical digestion of the food. Okay. So this is the digestive system which we have to see, study in detail. Next is, now we will go from the starting, that is major organs of the digestive system. The first major organ of the digestive system is mouth. In mouth there is a saliva, and due to that the pH of the mouth will be 7 hydroxyl concentration. Okay, and it is the first part of our digestive system. Entry, we can say that it is the entry point of the food. And the structures that are in the mouth that help digestion are like teeth is there. There are four types of teeth in our mouth, like incisors are there, canines, premolars, molars. Okay, so what is their function? Their function is either to cut, either to tear, either to crush, or to grind the food. Okay, so teeth, incisors, canines, premolars, and molars. There are the dental formulas like 2123 by 2123, and for children it's 2102 by 2102. Okay, so next is salivary glands. These produce and secrete saliva into oral cavity. I already told you that there is a sublingual, there are parotid, there are submandibular glands. Okay, now function of the saliva. What the function of saliva is? Its main function is to moisten the food. Second thing, it contains enzymes like ptyalin and salivary amylase. Okay, these also help in the digestion of the food. Begins digestion of starch into smaller polysaccharides. So the starch, which is a polysaccharide, it is converted into the small polysaccharides. So digestion of the carbohydrates begins in the mouth, and that too with the help of the saliva because of the salivary amylase that converts starch into smaller polysaccharides. So saliva is important from the digestive point of view. Okay. Now next is another function is mechanical digestion. That's also the function of the teeth or oral cavity. Increase surface area for faster chemical digestion. This is also there. Then there is oesophagus, second part. It is a long tube that connects the mouth to the stomach. You can see that runs through the thoracic cavity, our chest cavity. You can see here, this is mouth, this is windpipe, means trachea, this is windpipe, and this is oesophagus. You can see clearly this one is oesophagus from here. Okay, these are the lungs, this is the stomach. So the oesophagus, it is a tube that connecting the mouth to the stomach. It connects the mouth with the stomach. So it passes through the thoracic cavity. Okay, and it lies behind the windpipe that you can also see. Trachea has an epiglottis. Okay, windpipe trachea that has an epiglottis. You can see here. This is an epiglottis that prevents the food from entering into the windpipe. So food may not enter here. Food will enter here. So trachea prevents the food from entering into this windpipe. Okay, so moving the food to the oesophagus while swallowing. That's also the function. So food travels to the oesophagus via peristaltic movements. Okay, so food travels down the oesophagus through a series of involuntary rhythmic contractions, which are wave-like, just like this, wave-like contractions. This is called as peristalsis. So peristalsis will be just like this. Okay, so peristalsis means wave-like projections, or we can say contractions and the relaxations of the oesophagus so that it can propel the food. Okay, so the functions, what are the functions of the oesophagus? The lining, that is of the oesophagus, that secretes mucus that lubricates the food and which helps in the movement of the food into the stomach. So oesophagus has the main important function, that is of lubrication, means it lubricates the food and then food moves into the stomach where the further digestion of food occurs. So this is all for the today. Thank you. Now in the next topic we will continue the digestive tract.